Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning channel. I'm excited to be here today. I'm excited to be here with you getting into my Paycheck One budget. So if you see my monthly budget, which I have here on the previous page, oops, I filled in everything for the entire month to make sure I had everything I needed income-wise to cover everything expenses-wise going out. So we were in positive numbers, just barely, 96 cents. But now I need to work through my budget to find out how much money I am spending. That's actual cash that comes into the checking account this time every month. So the first of every month, there are several streams of income that come in. Military retirement for my husband, and it's going to be the same numbers you saw in my monthly budget, but you're going to hear me talk through why I need to do what I do here, because we're using actual cash in the actual time period that it's happening. So military retirement, we have $1,947.35. That does not change. I'm going to budget it, but as it hits the account, and I'm filming a day or ahead of this, actually hitting the account. Once it hits the account actually happening, that's when I put the actuals, and if there's a difference, I'll put it over here. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm excited to have you here. I'm just diving in and kind of glossing past you guys. As you saw before, I do monthly budgets, paycheck to paychecks, weekly check-ins, sinking funds videos, setup and closeouts, as well as mortgage Mondays. And that is the first Monday of every month after the mortgage payment has been taken care of. So back to this. The next thing we have is VA disability. Now, 80% of our income comes in on the first of the month. The military retirement checks and VA disability checks are scheduled first of every month. And so the first of every month is always a lot of money coming in, and I have to strategically plan it through that first 2 weeks of the month, or the first 14 days, and make sure there's enough money left over to balance forward from paycheck one to paycheck two to cover all the bills. So I have to pay close attention to all of that. $2,489.96 is what we have here. Rent and dividends, rent. Oh my God, that's a T, not a D. Rent. My oldest son pays rent, and that is $827. And usually our checking account has a couple dividends. I don't know what it is yet. I'll just add it to this later and make it an actual. Now my husband's salary currently is $1,412. This is the low end of what he normally gets paid. And then if it's more than that, I will write the actual of what the actual income is and write the difference over here. We have nothing coming in otherwise. And we didn't balance forward from the previous month to this month. Every penny in February went to everything, either paying down debt on the credit card or expenses that went out and sinking fund savings. So that happened there. So that is the income I'm working with right now. We're going to total these numbers up, and I'll be right back. All right, so paycheck one, we're working with $6,676. That's a lot of sixes, and 31 cents. Next, we're going to look at the expenses. I'm going to start here with our regular bills. This could be considered fixed expenses. I just put expenses at the top. I really don't care about fixed or variable, but I kind of separate them out. So these will be what would be considered the fixed, and then these will be the variable. Now, I do have a budget and actual. Usually over here, not much changes, but occasionally something will change by a little bit of cents, not necessarily whole dollars, unless we change something specific, but that doesn't happen that often. This does change. It's very variable. It just depends on what's going on that month. Is there a party? Are we doing a birthday party and need extra food, or having people company come over and we're doing a meal thing or something like that? That would increase things. Do we go out more than we should have? did we travel and do some fun things and need more gas money? So those fluctuate, especially with spring coming very soon, hopefully in the month of March. Hopefully it'll warm up. We have been in a deep freeze, negative numbers a few times, and definitely single digits a lot, January and February. So that is not common where we're at, and we have been freezing. So the first thing I have here is our tithe to the church. It's $210. And then we also tithe to some missionaries that we've been tithing to them since 2019, and some of our favorite people in the world, and we love and miss them, but we're so happy for them. $265.75 goes there. Roth, this is our contribution for me and my husband, $665 plus $665, and that's $1,330. I don't think I mentioned this in my monthly budget, but we're over the age of 50. I just turned 50 last year, and my husband is 51 last year. So we can contribute at $8,000 a year. So if this is higher than what your full contribution is to max out your Roth, and you're doing it monthly like we are, that's why it's so much higher. I think at the end of the year, there's a $40 adjustment that we need to make to complete the $8,000. But yeah, we have it set up to auto draft, and we're just going to keep it fully funded for as long as we can, so we can be taken care of later in life. Mortgage, it's gone up since the previous month because of the escrow shortage, and now it's $2,048.03. And now we have Spectrum that did go up a few dollars, $113. I think it was $3 and some change. I still have not looked at the statement to compare to previous months, but I do plan on doing that to see what increased it. I do know they notified me that we had more data than what the plan originally had, and so that might be why there's an increase, and they just made an adjustment. Hulu Plus, that's our streaming services. I really have been enjoying them lately, so it's really good. We got Hulu Plus at the end of last year. Our Hulu and our Disney Plus, that's part of the package, is without commercials. We don't want commercials in those. And so we pay a little more for that, and then we have Hulu Live and ESPN Plus. So we really like all the different services and have enjoyed it the past several months that we've had it. So I have no complaints there. We could always complain about price, but inflation and everything, it's tough. It's tough. I have HP Instant Ink, which is $7.41 a month. I think it's about 100 pages a month, and that you can roll over pages you haven't printed, and I think up to 300 total. So I think it's a pretty good deal. It's exactly what I needed for the ink I use, and it works out pretty good. YouTube Premium is so we don't have commercials when we watch YouTube. That's $24.92. And then water, I am budgeting $50 until I get the bill. It should be less than $50. That will be the only thing that goes down. And Geico, so that's $157.53. Okay, so I need to remember that I have 4 bills that go on the credit card, and I'm going to get my highlighters for that. So the first one I have is Spectrum, and then I have Hulu Plus, HP Ink, and YouTube Premium. So they're kind of subscription based. So they come out on the credit card, and I have to pay back the credit card when those post, on the week that they post. On the weeks that they post, that is what I need to know here. So I'm going to draw a line between Hulu and HP Ink, and I'm just going to turn this sideways, and I'm going to write week 1 and week 2. So I wrote that right there. So this is how I track my bills that go to the credit card. I just draw a simple line. I know what week they're in. And when I go to fill out my little sheet, I like to do every month or every week to show you all the different spending and totaling them up. I put bills at the bottom, and then I can pay one payment to the credit card because my spending goes on the credit card as well as some of the bills. So this is how I track that, and it just works for me, and it's a simple place that I already have in my budget that I can just refer back to, and it works out. So I'm happy with that. Next I have is our spending category. So grocery household, we have $1,500 for the month, and we're doing $750 for the first 14 days or 2 weeks of paycheck one. It's actually 15 days because the 28th is included in this. So of the previous month, and that's when the first pay actually comes, is the last day of the previous month. And then the first of the month happen all at the same time. So I just start on that last day. So it's actually 15 days. And it's been working out perfectly. Not a problem there. I'm doing a 4-week month. So we have $200 for the first 15 days. And we just usually go out to eat once a week for me and my husband. And then my sons have their pizza delivery on Fridays. So that's where we are with that. And that's usually $100 is enough for that, unless my husband and I want to go out again, and then that's when we kind of get in trouble. Miscellaneous, I'm putting $50, but there's $100 for the whole month. We'll keep that in mind as we go through the month. Gas or gasoline, we have $100. Oops. Not wanting to write correctly today. Here we go. All right, $100. And then copay, we have $37.50. I do know there's a $25 copay coming up for a doctor's appointment for my youngest son. So we will have that. And then we'll have $0 for unbudgeted. Now, I could use the buffer of the checking account. There's always an estimated amount that I want to balance forward, but I don't want to spend that money. So I probably won't use that one. I haven't used that line item in a while, and I'm just waiting for the day that we actually have a buffer again in our checking account. But that's okay. So that's our fixed expenses. Those are our variable. Let's go through the numbers and find out how much we have, and then we'll fill out estimated balance forward and actual balance forward. There's a new sticker I did. I kind of wish I used the lighter color, but that's okay. Okay, we're looking at $4,299.39. Okay, and then we're going to do this column. All right, we're looking at $1,137.50. If you notice from last month, this is significantly less. Let's see, what did I do in February? Well, not significantly, but it's less than what I did last month. And that was $1,175. So, yeah, I keep tightening it up and tighten up the spending categories. But I'm hoping for increase in income to do that. Anyway, that's where I'm at right now. So we're going to take the $6,676.31 minus $4,299.39 and minus the $1,137.50. So I have an estimated balance forward. I'm going to make this sticker larger next time because I write so big. 2, 3, 9. Yeah, this is too small. So $1,239.42 is the estimated balance forward. The reason I say estimate is because the actual is going to be totally different depending on how I spend. If I spend every penny to the penny here, then, which never happens, I usually try to be under a little bit, then that'll leave a little more here to go forward. So this is probably the least amount of money or the minimum amount I want to move over. If there's more money in this area, then great. If we go over in any of this, then we're in trouble and we need to pay attention going forward in the next month. So that is my Paycheck One setup. It works out perfectly for me, and you guys always keep me accountable, and I appreciate that with you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time. Have an amazing and blessed day. Bye.
Wish that